High up in the mountains here at Spielberg, it's time for qualifying on what will be the fastest laps of the season. Stand by for qualifying at the Austrian Grand Prix.
Radio check, radio check.
Yep, check okay.
You're in first position, front of the pack. Okay, so the current fastest lap, 1:06.6. And we're in front of Norris, Piastri and Russell.
Oh, that was a tough quali.
With qualifying complete, all that remains now is the main event. We'll be live and uninterrupted for the Grand Prix tomorrow, so make sure you join us then. The hills are alive with the sound of engines. It's race day here at the Austrian Grand Prix. So with the race not far away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. Oscar Piastri lines up on pole position, just ahead of George Russell, who starts this event from P2. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Norris, Leclerc, and Sir Lewis Hamilton, and Albon. Doohan, Verstappen, Tsunoda, and Esteban Ocon. Fernando Alonso, Lawson, Carlos Sainz, and Antonelli. Gasly, Hülkenberg, Gabriel Bortoleto, and Lance Stroll. Behrman and Isaac Hadjar rounds off the grid. Now it's almost time for lights out, so let's go down to the track. And alongside me today, a man who I'm always pleased to see join me in the commentary box, Anthony Davidson. I know what we've got to do before the start of today's race, but what about our driver? What do the final hours look like for them?
Well, for them, you've got your pre-race rituals that you go through. You see different drivers that, some have got their headphones on, they're listening to the music. Some drivers really absorb the energy from the crowd and they're there waving to them. Other drivers, they go within themselves. They chat to their engineers, absorbing that information, that vital information that you need to carry you through the race. And, those pre-race rituals are essential to making things systematic. We do a lot of Grand Prix in a season, and the more systematic you can be, the easier you are within that environment.
Okay, radio check, radio check.
Yeah, all good, thank you.
So the rain's easing off a bit, but the track is still going to be wet for a while. Be careful. Okay, incredible parking there, nice one. That's going to give you the edge if you can get a good launch as the race starts. Okay, so that's the rest of the grid forming up now. Be patient and watch for those lights. The rain's getting lighter now, but it's going to take a while for the track to dry out. Okay, full wet seems to be the fastest tyre for now. This rain could be with us for a while. Light rain conditions for the foreseeable future. Inters and wets will probably have very similar pace at the moment. Okay, we can take you this lap. Okay, off we go, back into the race. That was a fantastic stop, faster than we were expecting. Look after these tyres now, we want to finish the race on this compound. job. That was the fastest lap of the race so far. Good work, we're in P4. Okay, so gap to the leader, 5.6 seconds. That's Russell just ahead. Push for the position. Less than a second separates you. They're on a fresh set of inters. Albon behind. They're on a fresh set of inters. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 5.1 seconds. Okay, no issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them. Okay, you've got P3. P3, well done. The distance to the leader, 4.7 seconds. Lando's ahead of you now. Okay, the gap is less than a second. They're on a fresh set of inters. Russell behind. They're on a fresh set of inters. Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound.
Safety car deployed.
Right, drop your speed.
Stay
Our delta's
positive.
too low and we're going to risk a penalty. Slow your pace immediately. Safety car, no overtaking. Right, this is a good chance to change our strategy for the rest of the Grand Prix if we want to. Like deja vu here, but there's a good opportunity to get this start spot on. Come on. Okay, some information on Gasly. They're retiring from the race. Okay, I think the track's going to be drying out quite soon. Be careful you don't burn out your tyres. There are 43 laps of fuel remaining. Right, we need to get past here. Use overtake, use overtake. Okay, no issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them. I don't think the line is really dry enough yet to start thinking about slicks. Let's hold on to the inters for a little while longer. Okay, 40 laps of fuel left. No threat of rain for the time being, conditions look good. Inters look like the best tyre for now. Lewis is in the pits now. In this lap, push now.
Okay.
Looks like it's probably about time we change tyres. It's a bit of a crossover period for sure, but the longer we stay, the worse it's going to get. You're in first position, front of the pack. Sonoda behind. They're on a fresh set of inters. Your pit window's now open. Pit window is open. All right, mate, that's 39 laps to go. Okay, pit in this lap, and remember the speed limit. We'll be penalised if we exceed it. Keep that in mind as you approach. 36 laps of fuel left in the tank, 36 laps. Okay, go, go, go. Perfect job on the turn in there, mate. Looks like a nice stop time. We're happy with that one. Okay, stay clear of the white line on the exit. We'll receive a penalty for dangerous driving if you cross onto the track. P6, you got P6. Okay, gap to leader, 12.5 seconds. Alonso ahead. Okay, so gap to the car ahead, 1.5 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Albon behind. Less than a second separates you. They're on fresh mediums. That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. Let's go. Right, the gap to the teammate ahead of us, 5.3 seconds.
Safety car deployed. Stay positive.
Okay, the safety. Mate, that's it. Go, go, go. Perfect job from you and the crew there, mate. We're delighted with that. Safety car in this lap, safety car in this lap. Let's make sure those tyres are up to temperature, and remember, there's no overtaking until the timing line. Stay in position until the green flags. Okay, clear. Tyre condition still looking good. Okay, good work, great pass. The McLaren drivers just moved into first place. Okay mate, this is the final lap of the race, final lap. Norris is behind you. Okay, they're on old hard tyres. Okay, their tyres are more than 30 laps old. And the time last lap, 1:10.4. Your last lap time, 1 minute 10.9.
Checkered flag.
It's good to be back on top.
Thank you.
Charles Leclerc, what a drive, what a victory, he wins!
it was a joy to watch today, honestly, because the driver was clearly able to read the conditions well on track, to use the information properly from the team, and usually come up with the right solution at the right time.
It's time for our podium celebrations. And as ever in Formula One, 3 is the magic number. And who gets to take the top step of the podium? Yes, it is I, Leclerc, Charles Leclerc on top. After an event like that, who knows what the sport has in store for us next time out? Be sure to join us once again as we continue to bring you all the excitement of Formula One.